Hi, in this video we discuss about one of the important class in the collection framework. It is called ArrayList. Okay, so the classes belong to collection framework are used for storing objects. So out of all these classes, ArrayList is an important class. Let us see how it is useful to us. So before understanding the power of array list, let us see how to use array and what is the limitation in the array and how we overcome that limitation in array list. So in this class, in this array demo class inside the main method, let us declare a array, an integer array car sales. Okay. So this car sales uh, is store used to store elements, that is the sales. For example, for each month, what is the sale car, how many cars sold in a dealer. Okay, so for that purpose we are using this array list, this array. So we store the number of cars sold in each month. Okay, so we declared this array car sales is an array and which is of size 5. Okay, so now what we can do, we assign values to this array. So how to assign values, we can use this way. The car sales, this is the array name. Then we can use the index, so we can store 1600 cars were sold on first month. Then next is we store data into each of the index. Is for the first element we store 1200. Then we store for the third position we store 600. For fourth position we store 1000, and for fifth position we store. So in this array, the the elements, the index starts from 0. So 0 represent the first element. So for the fifth element we store 1700. So this is how we store the values to the array. Now we can, using the for loop, okay, we iterate the array and print the value. Okay, so how to do that? We use the for each loop in this case. Okay, so we can print the value stored in the array. We can use system.out.println, okay, and store the we print the elements in the array. So this is how we can print. Okay, so we are using for each loop and iterate this array and print each element inside the array. This works fine. Okay, let us run this code and see the output now. So now I am getting array index out of bounds exception at line number 18. Why it is so? Car sales. Okay, car sales, and we are iterating this array int I colon car sales, and we print the each element. Looks like it works. It should work, but we are getting exception. We will see why it is so. We are. I'm trying to run this code array demo.java. Let us run this code. I'm getting array again exception. Array index out of bounds exception. Let me see why this problem is. So in order to find out this problem, let us print the value of I. Okay, and it will help me to find out the problem. I am printing the value of I now. Okay, let us run this code and see the output again. It is printing 1600. Why it is printing 1600? Mhm. Oh, I understand the reason. The reason is, see, I am iterating this for loop using for each loop, right? The first element stores inside the I, right? So I value is 1600. I am trying to use that I as a index, so it is wrong. So what I need to do is, instead of doing this, what I have to do is I have to uh, mm, print. How can I do that? Int I iterating is, yes, I need to print not the this way. I have to print simply I. Okay, so now it will work fine. What I am doing here is I just uh, retrieve each element in the car sales array and assign that into the I. Then I am printing I. Now it works fine. Okay, so let us run this code again and see the output. Now it is working fine. So this is how we can use the array. The problem with array is array is of fixed size. Suppose if you want to store one more element in the array, it will not work because the size is 5. The size of the array is 5, but I am trying to assign value to the sixth element. In this case, it will give you error because array size is 5, but I am trying to access the sixth element. At the line number 15, I am trying to assign value 1400 to the sixth element of array, but array is having only 5. The size is 5 only. So in this case, we get the array index out of bounds exception. So let us run this code again and see the output now. See, I am getting array index out of bound exception at line number 15. This is because the array size is fixed. This problem, we can overcome this problem using ArrayList. So ArrayList is actually the size it grows dynamically. So let us see the same thing we can do it with using array list. So how to do that in this case we will see that. So array list um, car sales, okay, equal to new array list, right? So we need to import because it belongs to util package, java.util package, so we have to import it. Now we have created the array list. Now we can assign or we can store values to the array list. So car sales dot, we have lot of methods. This array list has lot of methods. One method is add method. Add method has two flavors. Add method comes with the two flavors. That is, there are overloaded methods. One is add, simply you can assign value, assign object. You can pass objects. Another one is we can use index also. So we can use the second one. Okay. So we enter 0. We assign values like 1500. Then we assign value for 1200. Then for third position, that is the third element, we can assign 1000. Okay. So if you want to add more elements also, you can do that because array list is actually array list dynamically grows. Okay, it dynamically grows. So we can use array list. We don't have a fixed size. Array has fixed size, but array list is having is it's a dynamic one. Now how to iterate it, how to print it. For that we can use the for loop. Int a equal to 0 and I is less than car sales dot size. We can compare the size, compare against the size. Okay, right? Then implement it. Now we can print. Now we can print it. Print the array values inside the array list using system.out.println. Okay, so we print the value inside the array list using the system.out.println, right? Does that work? No. How to access it now? We can use get method, right? A get method, right? Get method and pass the index. The index is I. So now we can print all the values inside the array list. Okay. So this is how we can use array list, and it is printing the values 1500, 1200, 1000. So the important point is here is array list is actually it's a growing one. We can suppose if you want to add one more element inside the array list, we can do that now. We add value like 100. Run this code again and see the output. See. One more thing is we can also randomly access the array list using the index. So how to get that? Do that? We can do this way. So we can randomly access it. For example, if you want to access the second element, Directly you can call get method and pass the index. You can get it also. So random access also available with the array list. Okay, so it is printing 1000.